Thursday, the NFL will begin the draft, and a new group of rookie players will sign deals worth millions of dollars, with some top picks signing contracts for hundreds of millions. But one NFL star, Atlanta Falcons linebacker Brandon Copeland, has a message for those overnight millionaires.
The NFL. Some of you don't get yourselves too comfortable because you'll only be here for a few hours. Some of you will last a little bit longer, but ultimately NFL stands for not for long for a reason. When I came into the NFL out of the University of Pennsylvania, I remember the Baltimore Ravens giving me a call, and technically I was signed to a 3-year, $1.45 million contract. Ooh, wee. However, I was fortunate because I understood that this contract meant nothing. I ultimately saw 26,000 of those dollars before being fired for the first time. Good thing I didn't go spend it all in one night.
NFL stands for not for long. That's the first time I heard that one. Copeland is a University of Pennsylvania graduate who still teaches at his alma mater. And he joins us now with some advice for those newly minted millionaires and some banking tips for us all. Thank you so much for joining us, Brandon.
Thanks for having me, Lindsay.
So the 2021 NFL draft class is filled with outstanding players, as you know, with very high hopes. What message were you intending to send with this video?
Yeah, I just wanted to let the guys who weren't necessarily the first round or second round draft picks understand that the money is not promised. And even for the first and second round guys, right? Like, you have to ultimately go earn the money, earn the contract that you're actually signing. And I know that when I came into the league, I saw a lot of my peers not fully understanding that just because you signed a contract doesn't mean you're automatically going to see all of that money. So just want to prepare guys mentally prior to them starting to make some of the big purchases.
And so what do you feel that these newly drafted players need to know in order to get started if they are lucky enough to make it into the NFL?
Learn how to say no, first and foremost, because right now you're about to get a lot of new friends, a lot of new trusted advisors and things like that, people you just met a few months ago who are now your friend because of your potential net worth or your potential your earnings potential, excuse me. I'd also try to tell people, let's save first and foremost. Prior to going out and making those big purchases, let's make sure that, one, we save, and then we also understand money and how it works and the value of the hard work we've already put in to make our first check. And finally, another thing I would also highlight is just beware of social media. You know, I know that obviously we all love social media. It's a beautiful thing about our day and age. However, it is easy for you to, especially as competitors, it's easy for you to start competing with the other people that you see. And that's not just athletes and NFL players. This is all of us, right? This is a message for us all. It's easy for you to see other people's highlight reel and think, well, why can't should be able to afford that as well. But you don't necessarily know what that person has done or has going for them financially. So let's just stay in our lanes and focus on our own personal finance journey.
So don't try and floss with the fancy house and car and all that. But I know you said you have to learn how to say no. But what do you tell young players who want to help their friends and family, some of them who made big sacrifices for them to even get to this point?
Ultimately, you have a gift, you have an opportunity. And so you can either help feed somebody for a day or two or a year or two, or you can feed them for forever through helping them get educated, helping them expose them to your networking opportunities. So it might be hard saying no initially, but you also need to do what you need to do individually to make your money last, and so that you can potentially be a safety net for forever, as opposed to a year or two or for a short stint of time.
Kind of like the teach a man to fish kind of proverb there. You teach a personal finance course called Life 101 at your alma mater, Wharton, and also have it available online. What's your best advice for new players who want to do the right thing with their money but just don't know how?
You know, being in the NFL, a lot of people will call you an overnight millionaire, but you've invested in yourself for years. You've done more sprints and all these other things for years to get this big payoff in the form of the draft. But the work is just beginning. So one, understand that you're going to have to continue to put that work in and invest in yourself to keep this income coming in. Another thing is planning is important. Trying to create firm rules and structure in your life when you're in a clear mental state. and then create discipline and structure so that when you do reach a stressed mental state, now you have these discipline factors in place. Maybe it's using technology, maybe it's accountability partners that keep you from not sticking to the plan that you created previously. And then ultimately, you can either live like a king for a day or a prince for forever. And so let's think about longevity and have some patience when it comes to our next level steps with our money in terms of investing.
And lastly, of course, can't let you go without talking a little football. You were out with an injury for most of last year. How are you now?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I tore my pec, as you alluded to, Lindsay. And look, this wing is moving real smooth right now. So I promise you, the one thing about an injury, it makes you come back extremely, extremely hungry. So I feel like the kid out of University of Pennsylvania who came into the league wide-eyed 9 years ago. And I'm just excited for the opportunity to meet some of these rookies on the field.
That's right. As you say, you like your job. So go Falcons. Brandon, hey, thank you so much for your time coming on the show.
I appreciate you, Lindsay.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.